Score, sponsored by Carpetland and Menards.
Welcome to week 3 of The Score, and our tours of the gyms in the Western Big Six continues tonight, and we stop at my personal favorite, the alma mater, Don Morris Gym, one of the best in the business, and as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. This was named after Pioneer and Western Big Six coaching legend Don Morris. It's not the biggest venue in the league, but when this place is full, it's loud and it's rocking, Celia.
And when it is packed, it fits more than 1,200 people in here. And for 70 years, the Don Morris Gym has been a staple in the Western Big Six. It's actually the second oldest gym in the conference, but it received a beautiful facelift a couple of years ago. It looks fantastic in here. Now we just need to get those student athletes back on the floor.
And the good thing, we got some good news today from the IHSA because the governor, the IDPH, and the IHSA all had a meeting to announce that once a region enters phase 4, high school sports can return. So that does include high-risk sports, which means basketball, volleyball, and especially football in a couple weeks will be able to be played. So there is some light here at the end of the tunnel as we head in the right direction.
Yeah, it's great news. We'll talk more about that big news coming up in just a little bit with the newest Audubon Pioneer, their head coach, Scott Verstraete. But while we wait for basketball on this side of the river, we actually had basketball to talk about tonight on the Iowa side of the river, and that's where we'll start in the MAC Conference. We'll start with a good one at Pleasant Valley. It is the Spartans looking for their 7th straight victory of the season, taking on 6-2 North Scott. Lancers looking good early on. Landon Island pulls up and knocks down the three-pointer. Lancers with an early 3-0 lead. Pleasant Valley coming right back. Ryan Dolphin pulls up and knocks down the jumper from the elbow. He had 16 points on the evening. More from Pleasant Valley. Jacob Townsend with a nice move inside, and then watch the friendly roll at home as it spins in. Pleasant Valley with a 1-point lead. Later on, it is Townsend again, this time with a nice look to CJ Reagans. He puts it in. It was 6-5 after the first quarter. We'll check out a final low scoring, as it always is, over at Pleasant Valley. It is the Spartans with an impressive victory. They continue their hot play.
Don't take any play off. I don't care if you're on the offensive end or the defensive end. You got to keep playing regardless. I don't care if you make a mistake. You got to keep playing hard because your teammate is counting on you. The ones that's on the court and the ones that's on the bench. Okay? Biggest thing. We got to defend our court. Gotta let nobody else come in here and take one from us. We gotta hold it down. We gotta win this one tonight. Hey, let's get it done.
Thanks to Coach Robinson for going mic'd up as Falcons hosting undefeated Assumption. First quarter, Knights working it into the corner, and they find Jay Costello, the 3-ball, and Assumption has a 1-point lead. Falcons get it to John Miller. He'll go baseline. Pretty reverse layup, and West in front by a point. Assumption would stay outside. It's J.J. Stratman. Catch and shoot from 3. Knights up 8-4. West Jermaine Gardner would find a lane to drive. He gets to the rim for the lay-in. 11-8 Falcons. And then before the quarter buzzer, DeAndre Whitney, 3-ball corner pocket, 14-10. West would go on to win this one as we check the score, 51-48.
City bragging rights on the line at Davenport North as the Wildcats hosting Central. Check out Bella. What a sweetheart. She loves the camera. The camera loved her too. Third quarter, good game. Caden Johnson drives and scores. It is a 3-point Blue Devil lead. Back come the Wildcats. Quincy Weissman shoots, bullseye. We're tied up. Later on, it is Tracy Hazlitt with a nice drive and score. Back and forth we go. Check out the big fella, Nolan Mosier, knocking down the 3-pointer, making his dad, Jeremy, really proud. That gave them the lead. Then it's Makai Jacobs with the easy breakaway in the bucket as we show you a final score. Davenport North starting to heat up a little bit. Wildcats pick up another victory, a good one against Davenport Central. To the dog pound we go. Bettendorf still looking for that first victory in MAC play, taking on Central DeWitt. Central DeWitt looked really good in the first quarter. Sean Colbert, the nice move. Showing off the handle, showing off the touch. It's a 4-point lead for the visitors. Bettendorf answers back as it's TJ Bogan knocking down the 3 of his own. Bettendorf hanging tough. More from Central DeWitt. Matthew Waiters with the lob inside. And check out Javaris Edwards flipping it up over his head and in. Andy gets fouled. The lead balloons to 15, or I should say to 5, excuse me. Bettendorf hangs tough. Carter Furness knocks down the 3 right here. Bettendorf trailed in the fourth quarter, but they come all the way back to win it. Congrats to Curtis Clark and the Dogs. They get their first MAC victory of the season.
Really great matchup down in Miles. Undefeated and number 1 ranked Easton Valley welcoming 9-5 Cal Wheat to town. Easton Valley would play aggressive out of the gates. Opening quarter, Caleb Cornelson getting the steal, taking it all the way to the rack. They're off to a good 4-0 start. The Riverhawks would continue to look good in transition. Cornelson grabbing the board, pushing ahead to Porter Fegan for the lay-in as they'd post 8 unanswered points in just 2 minutes. The Warriors respond. Seth Bethian driving, getting it to fall to cut the lead down just a bit. But the Riverhawks' speed would kill. And what's better, Carson Fegan's pass or Connor Groover's bucket off the glass? Easton Valley winning 38 of their last 39 games. Let's check out a final score from Miles as they cruise to a nice victory, 67-41. The final score. Let's head to Comanche now. State-ranked Indians hosting Mid-Prairie. And the Indians come out of the break with a nice lead. Mid-Prairie looking to cut that and open up with a 3 of their own, but it just would be no match for the Indians' offense. Jordan Lawrence, he wears number 23 for a reason. He hits the 3 at the top of the key. Just business as usual for him tonight. Looking good down the stretch, it's Mike Delzell. Quick pump fake in traffic, lays it up and in. They lead 36-20 in the third quarter. The home team continues to make it look easy, this time in transition. Lawrence getting the ball at one end, taking it the other way. He'd have 22 points just at that point, not in the game. Let's check out a final score from Comanche. They have a nice victory, 66-51, the final score.
Let's head down to Burlington as Notre Dame and Danville colliding in a nice matchup. Opening quarter, it's Danville going to the outside. It's Cameron Edel for 3. He'll splash that one in. Nike's taking early lead. Bears taking early lead. Then it's Danville. Notre Dame responding. Brady Olison. He'll knock down a 3 of his own. And then more from Danville. It'll be Ty Carr for 3 coming off the screen. Dialing it up from long distance. Let's check a final on this one as waiting. Looks like they went still in the first quarter score on that one. We'll see if we can get a final for you a little bit later.
Hey, let's stay down in Burlington, check in on the Greyhounds. They were hosting Fairfield, and Burlington looking good early on in this one as they go inside. Nice baseline jumper right there. Kept the home team close early on. Later on, it's some shooting from the outside. Inside and out for the Greyhounds. We'll check out an updated final. Hopefully we do have a final. We'll check out the score on this one already, and we'll show you it is Burlington with an early lead in that one, still in the first quarter. We'll update things on WQAD.com. Let's check out some more scores. It is Durant falling on the road. Northeast picks up that victory, and a good one. Bellevue edges Wilton 56-54, your final in that one. Other scores, Columbus falls at Hillcrest, and it's North Cedar all over West Liberty, 64-35, your final in that one. And we have reached halftime here on The Score. Plenty more to get to. Coming up, we'll update you on what's going on the Illinois side of the river. We'll talk to the head Pioneer himself, Scott Verstraete.
And after the break, we're going to check in with the ladies and get our first look at state-ranked Burlington Notre Dame tonight.
All that plus your stockpile stats of the night, and your son was beating you in horse. We don't want to talk about that right now. So it's all coming up next on The Score.
Hi, this is Chasen Randall, and when I'm back home, I check out The Score on WQAD.